Hi, I'm Avinash Kothuri, an incoming MBA candidate at the Saïd Business School at Oxford. I also received the SKOLL scholarship, which covers 100% of my tuition fees and some additional living expenses to boot. I'd call this a success at the end of an incredibly difficult admissions process, and I'm incredibly grateful and indebted to Ivy Dreams and Shashank Bhai in particular for making sure that the success was achieved. I think it was very clear to me from the beginning of our association that Shashank Bhai was very different from the kind of consultants that I typically heard about from my friends who've been through the same process. He was incredibly supportive in ensuring that the application really reflected my story authentically and that my authentic voice shone through. I never felt like we were trying to follow a template that we think would succeed with the admissions committee. Yes, there was definitely a lot of pragmatism involved. His wealth of experience clearly shone through. He knew what it was that the admissions committee would want to look at and what aspects of the story would need to be highlighted. But never did it feel like it wasn't my story. When I look back at my essays, even now, I'm really proud to have gotten in with an authentic story that was really refined and shown to be the best version of itself, thanks to the kind of experience and support that Shashank Bhai offered throughout the process. On top of that, I think once I got through the MBA and my scholarship process started, it was incredible to see the kind of effort that him and the team took to reach out to many alumni of the scholarship, have massive open-ended conversations with them, understand the underlying red thread that really connected their successful applications, and be able to tie those principles into my story and ensure again that the best version of myself shone through in that application and those interviews. He would take incredibly painstaking measures to ensure that all aspects of me before a mock interview were absolutely perfect, right? Before a mock interview, during a mock interview, and obviously before the real interview as well. He would ensure that I came prepared to the mock interview. He'd give incredibly pragmatic and very to the point advice and feedback during the mock interview and after it, ensuring that when I finally sat for the interview, I legitimately felt more confident than I've ever felt in front of camera before. And that's because I think of his eye to detail. He ensured that I covered all my bases in terms of what I was wearing, where my camera was positioned, what room I was sitting in, the kind of light that was shining in on my face, all the way to the answers that I gave, what aspects of the entire scholarship I was able to cover and not cover well enough, which I think really showed the kind of research that he and the team had put through, and also his involvement as not just a consultant, I would say, as a guide, as for me a brother during the entire process. So if you truly are looking to get someone on board for your admissions process, then I absolutely have to recommend Shashank Bhai and IB Dreams for this, because not only will you find a consultant who comes in with a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, but you will find an ally, a pillar of support that really takes you through this process and makes sure that along with the results as an individual as well, you come out of it shining better than you were before. So definitely go ahead with IB Dreams, and I wish you the best with your application.